Hi, my name is Prashant Pitti. My nickname was Dobal. I graduated in year 2005. I did my electrical engineering, BTech electrical engineering from 2001 till 2005. Managed to graduate. I was in Narmada. My room number was 147. I recently even went to the campus and I met the person who's staying in room number 147. Yeah, I have a lot of memories related to IIT Madras. Being in elect department, a lot of sadistic ones. But yeah, they're good memories as well. Some of the professors were really nice. I am very much in touch with quite a few professors. Professor Ashok Junjunwala, Professor Bhaskar Ramamurthy. These are one of the few professors I'm very much in touch with. Got a lot of lifelong learnings from over there. Still in touch with a lot of friends from the campus. One of the favorite spots we used to hang out a lot was that times it was called as Sparks, where we would go at 3 a.m. for our midnight snack, and also Guru Nath. Library is one of the few places where I almost never visited, so don't have too much of memories around that. Professional journey. So just from the campus, I was hired by Capital One to work in their US, head office. So I started working in Richmond, Virginia, right after my college, and I worked there for about year and a half before I moved to HSBC in California, and then in Chicago. I started working in their credit card department as a business analyst for Capital One. Got to learn a bunch of things, what is NPVs and stuff. And then, at HSBC, I started as a senior business analyst. Then I moved to the risk department. And I worked there for about a year and a half. By that time, my two younger brothers, Nishant and Rikant, they both had already started a travel company called as IITMAA, which recently went through an IPO. I'll talk about that later. So they both started that organization, and I thought that this is a good time for me as well to, start my entrepreneurial journey. And I quit and I moved back to India. I started working along with them. I also started a brief project called as India Kelo at that time. Ran that for about a year. Didn't see going too far. We got about 40 odd schools who were using it. But then it didn't pan out the way we wanted to be, and I started working along with my brothers on IITMAA. So since last 12 years, I've been doing that. So IITMAA, it has been a very wonderful journey, and it has been a very rewarding journey as well. We are probably among the very, very few e-commerce companies in the world who have been able to successfully IPO while remaining bootstrapped, which is we never raised any money from any investor or any VC or PE fund. The company primarily grew via internal accruals, which is company kept earning and we kept putting the same earning back into the company to grow. And because of which we have come to the second largest stage in Indian OTA space in terms of air tickets. We are also one of the fastest growing travel companies in India. And for all this while, we have done this while remaining profitable for last 13 years, while our competitors have their fair share of loss making in the process. So we IPO'd only about 2 months ago, and the company is doing all right, touch wood. And yeah, at IITMAA you can buy hotel, bus, flights, air tickets, everything over there for your travel journeys. Well, one of the biggest reasons why we are known in the market as no convenience fees guys for IITMAA, which means that all our competitors charge additional convenience fees to customers. IITMAA does not. That itself brings in a very, very handy savings to the customers. If there are 4 passengers flying, convenience fees is usually 300 rupees per passenger. So if there are 4 passengers flying, the amount you pay to the other travel portal is 4 multiplied by 300, which is 1200 rupees as a convenience fees. That's the kind of amount you would save by using IITMAA, and that is primarily how we grew. We're known in the market as no convenience fees guys. So By using EaseMyTrip, you get the same air seat, right? Whether you buy from us or from anybody else, but you get to save a lot of money by not paying convenience fees on EaseMyTrip. That itself is a big saving for anybody to use EaseMyTrip. So we are in hospitality industry. That's how I'd probably put it. It's a phenomenally growing industry. India, 74 new airports are yet to come. Uh, you know, uh, Unfortunately, because of pandemic, we have seen a halt in this industry. Travel industry was the harshest, was the hardest hit industry, and probably will be the last one to recover as well. But however, in general, let's remove this blip in the time, which is COVID. Otherwise, it's a fairly growing industry. It's anticipated to grow at 15 to 16% per year for the next 5 years, as per Goldman Sachs report. So, right now the air ticketing industry is worth around 60,000 crores. And put together the online part of the hospitality industry is worth somewhere around about a lakh crores. So it's a fairly big industry. EaseMyTrip did business of about 4,000 crores in FY20. So we are barely 4-5% of the industry right now, but we are really looking forward to continue our growth. There are many things which we are doing at EaseMyTrip to continue our growth journey. Personally, for me, I have started doing a lot of angel investments. Since the IPO has happened, thankfully to IPO we have some cash liquidity with ourselves, and I've started doing some angel investments, and I'm really looking forward to learn from the other entrepreneurs. By sharing and by going through the journey alongside with them, study fast. Not just the money, but also I could bring in some insights related to how to grow a company organically, and how to take it to the level which we have successfully been able to take EaseMyTrip to. Oh, okay. So yeah, well, for about year and a half, I got into a lot of very heavy workout. I used to do a lot of weightlifting, but recently I injured my right arm. So since last 3 or 4 months, that's something which is on the hold. But other hobbies which I'm pursuing right now is I'm playing a lot of chess these days. So I'm spending about almost half an hour to 1 hour every day on chess. That's something where my current LO ratings are around 1450. I want to take it to somewhere around 1650 by this year end. That's something which I'm working upon. The other thing which I'm doing is, I've gone into a habit of meditating almost half an hour every day. And that's the time I really, really feel disconnected even to myself. So that's something which I really look forward to every day now. I think I'm in that zone where I could say I really, really enjoy meditation now. So that's about it, I think, in terms of hobbies. So I have done another startup called as Nia Group, which was a social app. That I started as a hobby in year 2016, and it became one of the biggest chatbots on Facebook Messenger, and it grew too big. We are trying to see where we can take it right now. However, I have a diversified learnings from the B2C domain, which is either related to EaseMyTrip or Nia Group. And I think that's where I could probably help entrepreneurs, anybody who's in consumer internet startup space and is directly dealing with consumers. Is somewhere I think I may have few cents to add, and I'm looking forward to help whomever I could in the future.